Hi guys, welcome back to my video. Today I'm gonna share my favorite smoothie bowls recipe, and also I'm gonna share my favorite quinoa recipe with some veggies and hummus. It's so good. So without further ado, let's jump in right into it. First, we're gonna make the smoothie bowls. So you will need 2 handfuls of spinach. Put it into the blender. And then some frozen red raspberries. You can replace it with strawberries too, it's fine. And then next is gonna be my favorite ingredients for this recipe, which is an avocado. I'm using 1 avocado for this recipe. Also add 2 teaspoons of organic coconut sugar. Also add a half cup of non-dairy milk. I'm using almond milk for this recipe. Then just blend them up. For me, it takes about 3 until 5 minutes until I get a perfect, smooth, creamy smoothie bowls. And I usually enjoy my smoothie bowls for breakfast because it's so good and super refreshing. For a topping, I sprinkled some grain oats on top and also dried cranberries and candied pecans. And now we're gonna make the second recipe. First step, we're gonna cook the quinoa. So you will need 2 cups of water and of course 1 cup of quinoa. Once they're boiling, reduce heat to a simmer and cover. Leave it for 15 to 20 minutes or until all water is absorbed. I also add chops of carrots in it to make quinoa more flavorful. As you can see, the water has been absorbed. It means the quinoa is cooked perfectly. And now let's go to the next step. Add 2 tablespoons of olive oil into a frying pan. You can also use coconut oil. Next, we're gonna add chop of garlic. I'm using 2 cloves of garlic for this recipe because it depends on how strong the garlic is. Next, I'm adding a half cup of of onion. Next, we're gonna add a half cup of smart ground plain-based crumbles. Basically, it's just like a vegan ground beef. Stir them up with medium heat for 3 to 5 minutes. For a seasoning, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce because the combination between garlic and soy sauce is never go wrong. Before we're adding more seasoning in it, we're gonna add the mixture of quinoa and carrots and let it cook for at least 5 minutes with a medium heat. Back to seasoning, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and don't forget to add a little bit of black pepper. Make sure that you stir it up perfectly. And next, I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon of maple syrup in it. But if you guys didn't have maple syrup at home, you could use cane sugar or organic coconut sugar. And for the last ingredients, you will need a half cup of celery. Mix them up and basically it's done. For the side, you will need a half cup of chickpeas and broccoli and boil them up. And then you will need to preheat the oven for 400 Fahrenheit. And you will need 1 sweet potatoes, but before that you gotta poke the sweet potatoes just all over it randomly to prevent the potatoes splattered all over the oven. We're gonna bake it for 30 until 35 minutes. And for hummus, I'm using for Sabra, I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, it's my favorite. I'm using the classic one. It's very simple. All you gotta do is take 2 tablespoons of it and mix it with a squeeze of lemon juice, and that's it. And finally, we're ready to serve it. We're gonna put the quinoa on the bottom, as much as you want, of course, and put the other sides on the top. Once it's ready, you could also squeeze a little bit more of lemon juice on the top. It's gonna be more flavorful and of course gonna be so tasty. Look at that color, it's so colorful and it makes me happy when about to eat it. And I add a little bit of chili pepper on the top to sprinkle on it, and it tastes so good. It's perfect for your lunch or even dinner. So I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye bye.